I was extraordinarily lucky to know my great grandmother, who was born in 1907, so she's a greatest generation woman. Which means that my grandma told me a story about her actually, about how she remembered, my great grandma remembered the day that the first car came into Calgary. The first car. And not the first car in Calgary, not like the first car ever, but in the city. And they rode into town on a horse and buggy. It was like 1912, maybe a little bit later. I can't remember. I can't remember the exact date right now. Um, but she was a nurse. And she, because she was born in 1907, she was 10 years old at the start of the Great War. So she got to experience her teenage years, like essentially seeing the old monarchies fall. And then she lived through the Great Depression, and the Roaring Twenties and the Great Depression. She saw the great economic boom of this cars and these products, and Calgary became a city. It wasn't no longer just like just a bum town. Alberta was first starting to boom, and then she lived through the Great Depression, where all of that came crashing down, and they literally had one pair of shoes for the entire family. And then they lived through the post-war period. World War II in the first part. My grandmother, great grandmother, she was a nurse for troops, and my great grandfather was a banker. He was in charge of paying the troops because he was a pacifist. He didn't like to fight. But and then she died in 2007, 3 months before her 100th birthday. She died the year Halo 3 came out. And I'm just like, the world is only changing faster. If I live to be that age, what is the world going to be like then? The worst part is that I don't know. Because my great grandma, she saw the world get better. She died during Alberta's one of its greatest economic booms, before the Great Recession. I really miss her. I really wish I could have asked her what to do.